Hello children, welcome to all of you. I hope that in this very typical and tough condition you are fit and fine, and children, keep yourself positive and be active and stay safe. Alright, now come on the main topic. Just in previous lecture I have taught you about very important points. I think you have remembered them, in which their classification of elements, that is very crucial. Similarly, some other points, that is homologous series, about I have also explained. So remember these points, they are very crucial and very important for you. And in today's video lecture, I am with a new point in the same topic, carbon and its compound, and the point is isomer and isomerism. So, what is isomer, what is isomerism, and what are the kinds of isomerism? Just you are going to study. Okay? So, let's start. What is isomer and what is isomerism? So listen first. Children's, isomerism is a very common phenomena in organic chemistry, and it is one of the most important factors which is responsible for the existence of large number of organic compounds. And this term isomerism or isomer is derived from Greek word. This isomer is derived from Greek word. This one, isos. Isos means same, and meros. Meros means part. So isomerism is derived from Greek word isos, which meaning is same, and meros, which meaning is a part. And on this basis, isomerism or isomer can be defined as when two or more compounds which having the same molecular formula but differing in their physical or chemical property are also differs in their structures, means differs in the arrangement of groups or atoms present in that very compound, is called isomer, and the phenomena is called isomerism. Once again I repeating this definition. Isomerism or isomer can be defined as when two or more compounds which having the same molecular formula but differing in their physical or chemical property and also differs in their chemical structures are called isomers, and the phenomena is called isomerism. Alright, for example, you have heard, children, this very compound C4H10, and C4H10 is nothing you are knowing, it is a N-butane or normal butane. So according to the definition, how this will show isomer and why it is called phenomena as isomerism. So when you write its structure, so C4H10 can be written as in this form. Can be written in Egypt, means there are 4 carbon and 10 hydrogen atoms in normal butane. So this structure perhaps also containing 4 carbons and 10 hydrogen. And this very compound, this structure is a 4-membered carbon chain of butane. This is a 4-member straight carbon chain of butane. So it is called N-butane or normal butane, which is the first structure. This C4H10 and this is CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Only way of representation in structure, how they are differing in the arrangement of atom or group, you have to notice and you have to see here in the case of isomer and isomerism. And its second form can be children written as CH3, CH, CH3 and CH3. Now you have to calculate that or determine that this very structure also containing 4 carbon and 10 hydrogen. So you can easily count 1, 2, 3 and 4 is still 4 carbon and count number of hydrogen 3, 4, 8. 3, 4, 7 and 10. So C4H10 is also, but what is differing? In this case, straight chain of 4 carbon atom in normal butane, but there is a straight chain of 3 carbon atoms. Straight chain of 3 carbon atoms, so 1, 2 and 3. Okay, and this is attached as a side chain. So name and the property of this compound will differ, and this is called, name of this very compound is isobutane. Isobutane, or when I will taught you IUPAC name, in IUPAC term it will be called 2-methyl propane. Alright, that I will discuss in later. That is why it is called 2-methyl propane. So come on the point. According to definition, did both compounds having the same molecular formula C4H10? Is it? Okay. So and see in their structures, they are differing in their structure, and why they are differing? Due to the arrangement of atoms and groups. Due to the arrangement of atoms and groups in these structures are the reason behind the difference. Okay, so this is N-butane, this is isobutane. So they are differing, so property of these two compounds must differ. This is the meaning of this very compound, this type of phenomenon. This is the meaning behind isomer and isomerism. Compounds having same molecular formula but differing in their structure will be called isomer, and phenomena will be called isomer. I am taking just other examples. Children, you have also heard the name of C4H8. This was C4H10, that is a saturated hydrocarbon, but C4H8 is a unsaturated and normally called butene. It is called butene. But how it will show isomerism? So in the same way, we have to write structure, and in writing of structure, if there are atoms or groups which are present, or you can say the double bond or triple bond, whatever may be, if they differs in their position, differs in their place, then they will surely show isomerism. For example, this C4H8 in the structural form can be written as children, C4H8, count 4 carbon should be there, 1, 2, 3 and 4 carbon. 8 hydrogen should be there, 2, 3, 5, 3, 8. Is it? And what will be the name of this? You are looking that this double bond is present on carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the way of numbering. So it is no doubt having a double bond, so it is no doubt it is a butene 1. This compound is named butene 1 or 1-butene. How it is? That will be discussed in upcoming lectures. And this same compound C4H8 can also be represented as such. Children, count it also. There should be 4 carbon, so still 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 carbons. should be 8 hydrogen. So 3, 4, 5, 3, 8 hydrogen. Is it? So is it 4? So it is C4H8. So you see here, clearly see children, this compound having double bond in carbon number 1 position. This compound having double bond in carbon number 2 position either go right to left or go left to right. In every case this will come on carbon number 2. So they are differing in their structure. And if differing in structure, so no doubt their physical or chemical property also must be differ. So they are differing in the structure as well as their property. So they will show isomer and the phenomena will turn isomerium. Okay children? How simple? So this name of this very compound is what? It is a butene 2. Ru not 2-butene. 2-butene. Okay? One more simple example I explain you. One compound, suppose children having molecular formula C3H8O. Okay? So you have to show that how it is showing isomerism. So there are 3 carbon, 8 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. So this can be represented as children count it. There are 3 carbon, so 1 carbon, 2 carbon and 3 carbon. Is it? Should be 8 hydrogen. 1, 2, 3 to 5, 3, 8 hydrogen, right? 1 oxygen, 1 oxygen. So just this compound in structural form can be written as, and on the structure the name of this compound will be what? It is a propanol 1. Propanol, must remember since alcoholic group is present, so writing OL, propanol 1. How it is coming propanol, I will just provide you these facts, how they are written in upcoming lectures during the IUPAC nomenclature. So wait for that. And C3H8O, this is the first structure. This can also be written as, and this same C3H8O compound can be represented as, can be count, should be 3 carbons. So suppose 1, 2 and 3 carbon. Is it? Should be 8 hydrogen, 3, 4, 7 and 8 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. There is 1 oxygen. So they are differing in their structure by the variation in the group or atom present in that very compound. So names of this compound become what? This is propanol 1 and now this is become propanol 2. This is become propanol 2. So propanol 1 is this same compound having molecular formula C3H8O, but differing in their structure. And if differing in their structure, their chemical or physical property will must differ. And if they are differing in structure as well as chemical property or physical, they will must follow important phenomena, isomer and isomerism. Right children? Good. So this is isomer and isomerism. Must remember them. This is very essential for the knowing organic compound. They are the crucial part for study of organic compound. Means the existence of organic compound is totally based on isomerism phenomena. Alright? Now children, you have to also know that what are the kinds or what are the types of isomerism. So isomerism is generally of 2 kinds. Isomerism is generally of 2 kinds, in which first is called structural isomerism. Structural isomerism, and other is called stereoisomerism. stereo isomerism. So what is structural isomerism? So listen children, the organic compounds which having same molecular formula but differing in their chemical structure are called structural isomerism. While the organic compound which having the same molecular formula but differing in their arrangement of groups of atom present in that compound in a special arrangement. Listen, stereoisomerism is that isomerism which having the same molecular formula but differing in the arrangement of groups of atom in space or spatial arrangement is called stereoisomerism. Just you have studied the examples where comes under the category of structural isomerism and the compounds which will show stereoisomerism. The good examples you have studied in upper classes, that is lactic acid, fumaric acid, tartaric acid, butanol 2 are the examples of stereoisomerism. These structural isomerism is further classified into 5 types. So first type is called chain isomerism. Chain isomerism. Second is called position isomerism. But children, I have observed that many times some teachers which are teaching you, just they are coming to write on the board and just they are trying to manipulate you by reading the matter which is written on the board. What a manner! You should categorically reject them. They are disturbing your future. They are destroying your future. So categorically reject them. Alright? You are in a very crucial part of your life. You have to face board examination and just your teachers are coming and just already they are coming with right on the board and just reading it. It and that's all over. How you are responding? So this is your opinion. You have to understand. So reject that type of miscreants and scoundrel persons. Okay? Come on the point. Second is position isomerism. Third is called functional isomerism. Functional isomerism. Next is called metamerism. Must remember children. And lastly is called tautoisomerism. Tautoisomerism. Alright? And this is of 2 kinds. This stereoisomerism is of 2 kinds. First is called geometrical isomerism. Geometrical isomerism. And second is called optical isomerism. Optical isomerism. Although this classification is not in your syllabus, but you have to study in detail in upper classes. So at least here you should know what is isomer, what is isomerism, how it is derived, what is the definition, what are the examples, and what are the types of isomerism. So children, this is all about isomer and isomerism, and read them properly and make the notes. If you are unable to understand, read the lecture twice and thrice. That will help you more better in understanding the facts. Alright? And one more thing children, we are waiting for the government instruction. If instruction comes in a positive mode, so we will going to start our coaching in next month. So if you are interested in my coaching, my teaching, so you can join. Welcome to all of you. Alright? So this is all about children, isomer and isomerism. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful day. Be positive and stay safe.